YouTube. It's your boy Stefan Zakaya. I always seem to make videos when I've got all sorts of like acne or some sort of spot on my face. I've got this massive spot on my cheek right now. That's really distracting, I know, but please pay attention to the thing I'm saying and just ignore the fact that I have this damn pimple on my face. I'm not going to point to where it is because I'm assuming that you know already. Anyway, I had a conversation with my mom this morning and it made me think about religious beliefs, traditional morals and life experiences. And from that conversation that we had about her recognizing my changes, it turned into an altercation because she doesn't understand the concept of transitioning. And obviously because she's somebody of a traditional value, it wasn't within her era, so it's hard for her to, it's a very complex situation for her to understand at the moment, and I understand that. I tried to explain to her today that, you know, me transitioning and me being who I am right now makes me feel happy, and I truly believe that she doesn't know what happiness is. She doesn't know how it feels to be happy, so it goes through one ear and comes out the other when I say that I'm happy. And obviously her response to me being happy is she needs to pray. You need to see God. You need to get baptized again. You know, you need to talk to God. And what she doesn't realize is that everybody has an individual relationship with God, God Himself. She thinks that I'm ruining His creation. She thinks that I'm destroying, you know, what He made. Whereas I believe that I was born as a blank canvas, and God gave me a vessel to work with. So I worked with it. And I just as I believe there's loads of different things that you can do today to feel comfortable, feel enhanced, and to feel more alive in this world, such as, you know, if you're of a bigger size and you want to lose weight, there's facilities like the gym. You know, we can exercise. We have workout routines that are catered to everyday lives, and I'm just taking hormones to align my internal with my external. And then, you know, she made a comment and she said I'm swelling up, and she believes that testosterone is making me swell up. And I said to her, it's not testosterone that's making me swell up. I'm going to the gym, I'm working out, I'm bulking, I'm eating clean, I'm living healthily. And she dismissed all of that. And she's saying, I'm getting all these veins in my head, my voice is getting deeper and it doesn't sound good, and like, you know, people are making comments. But, you know, I've realized that, you know, being of I'm a black background, black Jamaican background, that, you know, it's all about how that individual feels and not how the child feels, how that person on the receiving end of the stick feels. You know, she cares more about what people think. They care more about what people think than how that person's feeling internally. And I do believe this stems from, you know, your cultural upbringing, social values, and your traditional identity. Because at the end of the day, there's only so much that, you know, traditional people can be open up to. As I said in the beginning, that this whole transgender thing is very complex for her. I've come from a place of not judging a book by its cover, because I think it's very important that, you know, you observe deeper than what is presented face value. You've never walked in somebody else's shoes, so you don't know how they feel right now. So don't judge them. You have no right to judge them. You have no right to dictate the way they should live their life. As I said, everybody has their own individual relationship with God. Some people, I feel like, are shunned away from the idea of God because the way it's projected onto them. Like, for instance, my mom's telling me that I'm going to get cast down to hell, and I'm not going to be able to see the face of God because of what I'm doing. Now, personally, I believe God is a God of love. I am a believer in God as well. Whatever higher power there is, I believe there is a higher power. And you can't tell somebody else that they're not going to be able to see the face of God because of the way they choose to live their life. But at the end of the day, if God is a God of love, God will understand that you're living your life to be happy. As I said, He's given me a blank canvas and I'm working with it. People of a religious background have no right to tell me that I'm not going to see God, because I'm aligning my inner with my outer. Now, let me tell you something. Before you get to know God, you need to get to know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, you will never know God. So God is within you, right? So therefore, you need to get to know you internally. I am now perceived as the person who I was inside anyway. So I had to get to know, I had to dig deep. I had to get to know who I was internally before I could project who I am externally. And that came from a place of break. I had to break through. I had to find freedom. I had to love myself. As we remember the quote, God is love. I had to learn to not hate who I was or who I was assigned as at birth. But instead, I did the opposite and I loved who I was to embrace who I am externally. I mean, I can say like, I didn't ask to feel this way. It's not my fault that I feel this way. It's not my fault that, it's not my dad's fault. It's not my mom's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just the way I feel. You cannot help the way you feel. Just like when you're in love and you do stupid things because you're in love and that's the way you feel about the person. It's just down to feelings, down to emotion. It's down to vibe. It's down to energy. You can't judge someone for feeling the way they do, There's a lot of people who avoid feeling certain ways and just decide to commit suicide, and everyone wants to have an uproar about it because they committed suicide, but yet because you people around them were feeling so shut off, they felt like they couldn't confide in anybody. Nobody wanted to listen, nobody wanted to hear them, but as soon as they're dead, that's when everybody wants to know them. It's funny. It's a funny thing. I mean, people are a funny thing. Again, I accept that being black, transgender, and being male comes with a whole load of shit. But, I mean, it's only the strong that can handle this kind of shit. I know what it feels like to be a black man in today's society. I know what it's like to stand in your own truth. I know what it's like to live outside the box. I know what it's like to just be me. And it's hard being me. But it's the best that I've ever felt. And I'm not going to stop being me just because you feel like it's wrong. Anyway, I encourage everyone to promote love. No matter what religion you're from, what social background you're from, what cultural upbringing you've come from, what race you are, what height you are, what size you are. Love. Promote love. Love is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you guys have a brilliant Easter. Peace and love.